I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE Sports, and we're going to talk about Charles Barkley making a profound statement when he said when they fire white coaches, it's parting the ways. When they firing black coaches, they should say, well, you're fired. And Charles Barkley is 100% right. When you're parting ways with somebody, that means it's an amicable disagreement and that you're going different ways. But a firing means that you are not good enough for the job. And that's something different because it lets everybody know when you're parting ways that maybe you had a different system, you disagreed with draft picks, you disagreed with personnel, but you were never fired for how you coached the basketball team. But you see so many black coaches just get plainly just fired. And it makes no sense. If you're fired, you fire. Some of these coaches not only part ways, but when they part ways, like Brad Stevens, they get elevated to a higher position. And we have seen that in certain amount of cases. And we have seen black coaches being put in some difficult situations where it's been extremely hard for them to lead teams to victory. And they get fired extremely fast. You see a coach like Brad Stevens who has multiple years as head coach of the Boston Celtics. Yes, he got them to the Eastern Conference Final one year, but he didn't reach his goal of getting them to an NBA championship, not only an NBA championship final, but he gets promoted after Danny Ainge retires as general manager. So what Charles Barkley is actually saying is true, in that we must hold the NBA accountable for their actions. See, the NBA right now is not run by a commissioner. It's run by a fanboy. The real commissioner is LeBron James, and people will have to understand that. And this is why Charles Barkley is speaking out so much in the last 2 months, because he sees that the NBA is being run into a ditch by Adam Silver and letting the players run the asylum. And that's what they're doing. And nobody's holding anyone accountable. These organizations, the teams, the players, what's coming out of their mouths. And Adam Silver just sits back in his chair, his plush office in New York, and says nothing. And this is what's happening to the NBA. The NBA is a hot mess. And like one general manager said, the NBA will not come out of this ditch until LeBron James retires. Because it's all about LeBron, and Adam Silver is nothing but a little fanboy who sits in his seat. Whatever the players want, he agrees to, instead of being a real commissioner like David Stern. David Stern would have shut all this down. You wouldn't have seen all this nonsense with David Stern, because he was one of the best commissioners in any sport. I would say the best commissioner to Pete Rozelle. And when they gave the torch to Adam Silver, they gave the torch to a progressive fanboy. And I'm glad that Charles Barkley is holding everyone accountable, because in his position, usually athletes just keep their mouth shut and keep going, but not Charles Barkley. He's speaking out against the nonsense of the NBA. And this should be happening by more commentators, but they're scared that the bottom dollar that they're making is going to be taken away. I want to thank you for listening to this quick take on BLACKSITE Sports. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.